In this week's video, I'm sharing collage paper tips and a journal process. I really enjoy making my own painted papers for collage. I like using inks, acrylic markers, and acrylic paints. My favorite papers are vellum, parchment, tissue paper, old book pages, tracing papers, any type of lightweight sketch papers, and newsprint. This is just an example of some of the papers that I use the most. Another way I make collage papers or collage elements is by repurposing old sketchbook pages. I cut out the shapes from paintings that are already there and I save them in a stash, or I just go ahead and use them on the page that I'm working on. This is a really helpful way for me to use some of my old artwork that may not be my favorite, or even might be one of my favorite designs, in a new way in a new book. In this sketch pad, I have lots of drawings, patterns, and mark making. It has a good variety of media and subjects in this one. It was basically me playing around and seeing what I like, what I don't like, and working on different subjects. The simple faces really come in handy when I want to add a character to a page, and also the florals. They're just loose watercolor. I was just playing around with the watercolor and making different types of patterns also. Like I said before, that I can cut out individually, cut out sections, or even use the entire page as a background. This is another example of flowers that I could just cut out and paste onto the pages already done. Having a selection of pre-cut shapes, patterns, and backgrounds is really helpful when you want to do cut paper collage on a regular basis and want to save time. In this collage process, I'm using my junk journal that I put together for myself. Chose a page to work on. I thought I was going to use the feathers, so I pulled those out of my collage stash, and I also had these sticker backgrounds. I also found a scrapbook paper piece in there that had feathers on it too, so I thought, I might go in that direction with this, but I didn't. I ended up using the sticker paper backgrounds, and I wanted to make a teacup and teapot still life for these pages. So you can see I drew a loose teapot shape on the background, and now I'm going to be picking out what I want the other side to look like. I had to stop the recording because the battery ran out when I was recording, so during that time I cut out some shapes and a background, and so now I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. I'm using Mod Podge, but instead of dipping my brush into it, I poured it into one of my acrylic bottles, my fluid acrylic bottles that was empty, and it's very helpful using it that way, just letting it come out like regular glue. And I just went ahead and place the pre-cut elements down on the page. And that's something you could do also, like if you want to plan a page out, you can pre-cut your shapes like I said before, and it just saves time. And when you have time to glue in your items and add details, it kind of speeds up the process a little bit. You're still going to have time to create and add things or take things away, but it just makes it a little bit simpler because you're not getting fatigued for making so many decisions. Along with the collage papers, I use the water-soluble wax pastels. They're very pigmented, and I normally use them with maybe a water brush just to soften the lines and bring out the colors of the wax pastels. Some of the watercolor paper elements that I had cut out weren't staying down, so I grabbed some clear tar gel to help them stick to the background better. Using a gel or heavy matte gel or any other type of a gel medium, acrylic medium, helps those elements stick down better. Mod Podge is really nice, but the heavy gel mediums help a lot. I hope those tips were helpful about making your own collage paper and also repurposing sketchbook pages. Thanks for joining me in this week's video, and I'll see you next time.